Hey, Shabbat Shalom. So you may notice things look a little bit different. We're not 100% done. So the ceiling is done. The carpet is done. Most of the seats are done. The walls are not done. And then you go into the social hall. The floor is done. One wall is done. And the other wall is not done. So we are welcoming you home, but we still have a little bit to do. And we're also exploring different microphone options. So we had a sound check first, so we're starting that. Also, if you didn't notice the sign, we're also working with a new prayer book, the Lev Shalem. I will let me grab a Sim Shalom too, so if anyone is there. So if you don't like change, I'll call from here too occasionally. But we thought we would, on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we use the Lev Shalem Maksor, which is lovely because it has the Hebrew, the English, some notes and commentary, as well as transliteration for most of the things that we sing, which makes it a little more accessible for those who are not as fluent in Hebrew. So we thought we would, at least we're starting out with Friday night, using the Lev Shalem, and then we'll have some conversations and see where we go from there. So welcome, everybody. Kabbalat Shabbat in the Lev Shalem begins on page 10. And like I said, if you're a little bit stubborn or you're at home, then you can find it on page 14, but page 10.
Shabarachaman, Yerid Nefesh Shabarachaman, Meshogavtach, Eretz Zonah, Meshogavtach, Yalalayaya, Eretz Zonah.
Now, please, my beloved, reveal yourself. Spread the sukkah of your love over us. May the whole world be illuminated with your glory, and then we shall be glad and rejoice with you, God. My lover, come quickly, for the time has come. Have compassion, God, for me, as in days of old. So, when we turn to page 11 for Lechun Ranana, the blessing of having, or the challenge of having more words on the page means that the Psalms don't always fit on one page. So you'll notice the little word continued in the middle of page 11 because the Psalm will continue onto the next page, but you get commentary, you get transliteration, so you win some, you lose some. Page 11, Lechun Ranana.
Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Ladonai, Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Ladonai. Naria, Naria, Letzui Shenu, Nekadma Fana Betota. Naria, Naria, Letzui Shenu, Bizmirot Nariago. Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Ladonai. Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Lechun Ranana, Ladonai. נריה לצור אישנו נקדמה פניו בתודה נריה לצור אישנו בזמירות נריה לו לכו נרננה לכו נרננה לכו נרננה לאדוני לכו נרננה לכו נרננה לכו נרננה לאדוני.
Arba'im shana akol vedor ba'omar anto elevavim v'hem lo yadu derachai asher nishbati api im yavahu menuchati.
So in the new Lev Shalem, we'll sing together on 13 and 14. If you're at home and using the Sim Shalom, it's page 16.
Shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash,
shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai baruch shebaho basru miyom le'yom yeshuato, zaru l'goyim kevodo, v'chol ha'amim niflotav, ki gadol Adonai, u'molal me'yahor, Nora'u al kol Elohim ki kol Elohei ha'amim elichim v'Adonai shamayim asa hod v'hadar lefanav hod v'tiferet v'mikdasho avul Adonai mishpechot amim avul Adonai kavod v'hoz avul Adonai k'mod shemo zeo mincha ubo lechatzrotav.
Turn the page.
Shtachavu l'Adonai b'harat kodesh ilu mipanav kol haaretz imru v'goyim Adonai malach haftikun tever v'azimot yadinamim mesharim yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz Ramayam Eloh Yadosadai Mekol asher bo Az yiranenu kol atzear lifnei Adonai ki yiva lishpot haaretz v'tever v'tzedek v'amim b'emunato yalai lalai yalai lalai yalai lalai yalai lalai
So in the Mizrahi, in the Sephardic tradition, it is customary to read from the Song of Songs on Friday nights. So if we turn to the left corner of 16 at the bottom, we'll read a little selection from Shir Hashirim, the second parak, the second chapter. O my dove, in the crevice of the rock, in the covert of the cliff, let me see you. Let me hear your voice, for your voice is sweet, and you are beautiful. Hold back the foxes for us, little foxes that steal among the vines, for our vines are blossoming. My beloved is mine, and I am his, the one who shepherds amongst the lilies. Before the day breathes its last, and the shadows flee, come round, my love. Be like a gazelle or a wild stag through the cleft in the mountains. And we'll turn to page, in the Lev Shalem, page 17, for Mizmor Shir L'Adonai Shir Chadash. And if you are at home, it's page 16.
מזמור שירו לאדוני
שיר חדש כי נפלאות עשה הושיע לו ימינו עוזרו קדשו הודיע אדוני ישועתו לעיני הגויים גילה צדקתו זכר חסדו ואמונתו לבית ישראל ראו כל ארצי הארץ את ישועת אלוהינו הריעו לאדוני כל הארץ פיצו ורננו וזמרו זמרו לאדוני בכינור וכל זמרה בחצוצרות וכל שופר הריעו לפני המלך אדוני רמיה ומלואו תבל ויושבה נהרות שמחתך יחד הרים ירננו לפני אדוני קיבה לשפוט הארץ ישפוט תבל הצדק ועמים במישרים ילאי לה 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 ילאי ילאי לה 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 ילאי לה 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 ילאי לה 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 ילאי לה לה
So in the Lev Shalem, let's look at the bottom left corner of page 19. Blessed is your coming Shabbat. Blessed is your coming. Bring with you rest and peace, following a tumultuous week filled with so many demands. Bring the space in which, with others and alone, we can shape an infinity of dreams. Bring the hour of forgiveness in which to hear the pounding heart of another human being. Blessed is your coming Shabbat. Blessed is your Creator. Blessed is your light. And we'll rise on page 21 in the Lev Shalem, page 20 in the Sim Shalom.
מזמור
דוד עבור אדוני בנלים עבור אדוני כבוד והוזיה עבור אדוני כבוד שלו ישתחוו לאדוני כבוד קודש כל אדוני על המים אל הכבוד ירים אדוני על מים רבים כל אדוני בכוח כל אדוני ועד כל אדוני שובר ארצים וישבר אדוני את ארצי הלבנון וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון וסיריון כמו ברעמים כל אדוני רוצה לבוציש כל אדוני יחיל מדבר יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש כל אדוני עולה לילכון ויחסו יערות ובחלום כולו אומר כבוד
kavod. Ay, 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 Adonai, lama bu yashav yishem, Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yiter, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Lai, 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 may be seated. We'll turn now to Lecha Dodi. If you are at home, you're looking in the Sim Shalom at page 21. If you are here with us, we'll do the first 3 verses on page 23. We'll skip 24 and jump to 25 for the last 3 verses. So page 23 and then 25, the first 3 and the last 3 verses.
Lecha
Dodi, Lecha Kala, Bnei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Kala, Bnei Shabbat Nekabela, la 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 la. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Kala, Bnei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Kala, Bnei Shabbat Nekabela. Shamor mezachor beri emor echad, Ishmi'anu el ha'meichad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, V'shemo tiferet Filipti la 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 la, Lecha Dodi lika lika kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha Dodi lika lika kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela. Shavarechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor ha'beracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh v'machshavati la 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 la, lecha dodi lika lika kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi lika lika kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela. Dash melech ir melucha, kum mitzei mitoch haftecha, rav lach shevet b'yemecha bacha, v'chu yachol alayichem la 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 la, lecha dodi, turn the page, lecha kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela, lecha kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. V'hayulim shisa shosayich, v'rachaku konem alayich, yasis alayich Elohayich, kimsos chatan al kala la 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 la, lecha dodi lika lika kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi lika lika kala,
b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Yamin usmol tifrotzi, v'et Adonai taritzi, ayadish ben parzi, v'nismecha v'nagi la 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 la, lecha dodi lika lika kala,
Bnei
Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi
lika lika kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela.
Bo'i v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha ובצוחלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, לה 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 לכד אותי לקראת כלה. בני שבת נקבלה, לכד אותי לקראת כלה. בני שבת נקבלה. You may be seated. The song for Shabbat is on page 27. If you're looking in the Sim Shalom at home, page 23.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני,
ולזמר
לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
להגיד
בוקר חסדך, באמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בחינום. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מעגל ומסך אדוני משהו נבח נקני בגללנו.
צדיק
קטן מה יפרח, כארז בלבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עודנו ובון דשנים ורעמים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עלתה בו.
So we turn the page for the last of the Psalms of Kabbalat Shabbat.
Adonai
malach meut lavish, lavish Adonai oti tazan, oti kontevel oti mot.
Nachon
כי שכרת מעולם אתה, נעשהו נהרות כל, נעשהו נהרות כל עמיסו נהרות על ים, מקולות מים רבים
ערירים משברי
ים, אדיר במרום אדוני, עדותיך נהנו מאוד. לבית חננה בקודש, אדוני לאורך ימים.
We turn the page once again for Mourner's Kaddish. Those who are in the time of mourning or observing a yard site, you can join with me. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma tifrach chirutei v'yamlech malchutei, b'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei zechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam ulomei almaya. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה נאמרן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל שבט תבל ואמרו
Amen.
May be seated. So it's lovely to see you. Welcome back. Next Friday night is the yard site, or next Thursday night, next Friday is the yard site of my grandfather, Benjamin Pollan. And I'm here and I've got a microphone, so I'm going to say something about him. So my grandfather, my mom's dad, was somebody who was not a particularly traditional Jew. He was born in New York, not in New York City, but in New York in a time where, 1913, he didn't actually know what his actual birthday was, so he went with September 1st. And they had an outhouse, because he was born up, towards the Catskills. For some reason, I always thought it was Yonkers, which made it seem even more outlandish that he had a farm and an outhouse, but it wasn't Yonkers, it was farther out. I learned that recently. And he was a very kind man. He didn't have the privilege of getting a great education, but he was someone who read the New York Times every single day, taught me the joy of a crossword puzzle and how to play chess. And he was someone who had an energy of just compassion and love about him. And I think about that idea of compassion and comfort, as I think about what we are doing here. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, and I know I'll mention a little more, we're not quite done yet. We hoped, of course, by Welcome Home, everything would be done. Of course, anytime you're doing anything in construction or painting or carpeting, nothing ever takes the time that you hope it would take. But Bezrat Hashem, God willing, we will be done well before Rosh Hashanah. But you can see the lovely carpet in here. The paint's not done yet. In there, the lovely floor is in. A little bit of paint, not quite done yet. At least the lobby looks great. So we welcome you with beauty. But I think about, when you build a synagogue, there's two different concepts that we try to imagine. You have spaces that are built like cathedrals. If you've ever been to Temple Emmanuel in New York City, it is a massive, tremendous space where you walk in and you feel tiny. You feel like you are nothing, and this space is so awe-inspiring. And then you have other places that are a lot cozier. They're warm, and they're comfortable. And they feel like home. And, we have a beautiful chapel that is like that. And this space, to me, is a really special place, because our sanctuary is a sanctuary. It's a place of peace and appreciation, and it blends those two visions, because we have beautiful stained glass, we have a magnificent ark and an eternal light that's way up there. But at the same time, when we sit together, why we blocked off the sides a little bit, when we sit together, when we're here together, we can still have that great feeling of home and comfort, that we are in this biachad together. And I think so much of the message of Shabbat is the idea of coming together as a family, coming together as a community, and pausing from all of the craziness that is our regular week, all of the news that is in the world. There's been a lot of news lately. But we come here, and we are in this sanctuary of space, and we celebrate Shabbat, the sanctuary of time, and together we create holiness as one. And so I think about my grandfather, who found holiness wherever he was, who saw the holiness in the smile of a young child, in the flowers that somehow managed to grow in New York City and in the blessing of being together. So my prayer for all of us and for my grandfather of blessed memory is that when we come together and we celebrate Shabbat, we feel at home, not just on a physical level, but on a spiritual level, deep in our hearts with all those that we love around us. Shabbat Shalom. So we will rise and begin the evening service in the Lev Shalem. We're on page 39a. And if you're following along in the Sim Shalom, it's page 28.
Baruch hu et Adonai HaMorach.
Baruch Adonai Borach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai HaMorach Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated. On 39a, Baruch Atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's divisions, who will set the succession of seasons, arrange the stars in the sky, who creates day and night, who rules light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night and distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tzvaot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch Atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim, Avat Olam is on page 40.
Avat Olam et Yisrael Amchavta Torah mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limaneta Al ken Adonai Eloheinu v'shavenu u'kumeinu nasiach lechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'lemitzvotecha tasir mimenu leolamim Baruch Adonai Ohem Amo Yisrael.
Page 41, the Shema.
Shema Yisrael
Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Ve'ahavta et
Adonai Elohecha
bechol levacha
Kol nafshecha U'bechol me'atecha Ve'hayu Ha'dvarim ha'ele Asher Anochi Metzavecha Yom Levavecha Ve'shinantam levanecha Ve'rivarta bam Ve'shiftecha bebetecha U'laktecha b'derech U'shachbecha u'kumecha U'kshartam leot al yadeha Ve'hayu letotafot b'reinecha U'taftam al mezuzot betecha U'vishareha Ayam Shemot Tzvatai Asher
Adonai Elohechem emet.
Page 42, or page 43a. Mechamocha is on 44.
ומלכותו מרצון קיבלו עליהם. משה מרים ובני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נראה בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף אלה מלכותך רבניך בוקע ים לפני משה זה לי אנו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פד אדוני אל יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גא ישראל.
We turn the page to Hashkivenu. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace and restore us with your good counsel. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies and pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful and compassionate. Ensure our going and our coming for life and for peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. And so we rise for a little bit. We rise, page 46, for Vishamru and the Hatzikadesh, and then from 47 to 52 for the Shabbat Amidah. And if you are looking along at home in the Sim Shalom, page 34 and 35.
ושמרו
בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם.
בני ובן
בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות
את השבת
לדורתם ברית עולם.
כי ששת ימים
עשה אדוני
עשה אדוני
את השמיים ואת הארץ, שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם.
וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת
שבת וינפש, Meru Bnei Israel et HaShabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
למען יברא כנותי וימליך מלכותי. מחייכון יום נכון ולחייכון את ישראל. בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמך מבורך לעולם לעולם יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל. שמי קודשה
בריחו
לילה מן כל מרגנה ושירתה. תושבחתה ונחמתה אמירה מעולמה. ואמרו
Amen. Amidas on the next page. Adonai Sfalat Yitechu V'yagi Tehillatech. Baruch atah Adonai. Finished your personal prayer, we turn to Vayachulu, which in the Lev Shalem is on 53, and in the Sim Shalom is on 47. If at any point you need to sit down, you do what you need to do, but we kind of keep going for a bit.
ויכולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם ויכל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישמוש ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך אבותינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב אלוהי שרה אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחם אלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא עליון כל בני שמיים הארץ מגן עבורי נהרו מחי מתים ממאמרו האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו המניח לעמו ביום שבת קדשו כי בו רצה להניח להם כי בו רצה להניח להם לפניו לבוא ליראה ופחד ונודה לשמור כל יום תמיד מעון הברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום מקדש השבת ומברך שביעי ומניח בקדושה לעמד ושני עונג זכר למעשה בראשית.
Read together in English at the top of the next page. Our God and God of our ancestors, embrace our rest. Make us holy through your mitzvot, and let the Torah be our portion. Fill our lives with your goodness, and gladden us with your deliverance. Purify our hearts to serve you truly. Adonai, our God, lovingly and willingly grant that we inherit your holy Shabbat, that the people Israel who make your name holy may always find rest on this day. Baruch atah Adonai, who makes Shabbat holy.
Amen. Bagalav is Makari, Vimru,
Amen. Yeshmera v'mevorach, le'olam le'al me'alayit barach.
Yibarach v'shemang v'jomina, sevina darvit levit halal, shmerigu l'shabrichu, la'ela min koming atam shiratat, Damira me'alma v'imru amen. Titkabal Solomon onega Yisrael Padam avon v'yishmaya v'imru amen. Yeheslam arabam v'yishmaya V'chaim aleinu v'yalko Yisrael v'imru amen. Ose shalom imramav v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'yalko Yisrael v'imru amen.
Kiddush for Shabbat is found on page 55 in the Lev Shalem, and if you're following along at home, it's on 49.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho me'ahav ratzon inilanu zikaron le'maseh bereshit ki hu yom tefilah le'mikra'e kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim ki baruch acharta ve'otanu kidasha mipohim v'shabat kodshecha me'ahava u'ratzon inhaltanun. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabat.
Amen. We turn to 56 for Aleinu. It's on 51 in the Sim Shalom.
Aleinu l'shabeach lano
Kol ater yudula leotzer breshit shelo asanu kiloye haratzot velo samanu k'mishpechot adama shelo sam elkeinu kahem megor aleinu k'chol hamonam ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלא המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ועושה הארץ ואשר יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינת זו לגבי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אינו אבן מלכנו בזולתו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת יום וחשבות אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל מעל הארץ ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד אין עוד על כן נקבל כי המלך שלך מן הכבוד, ככתוב בתורתך נמלוך
ונאמר
היה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו You may be seated. This week, we are thinking of Jack Abrams, Goldine Strauss, David Kremer, Natalie Victoria Lazowick, David Fletcher, Gertrude Weiner, O. Lawrence Orticelli, Abraham, Simon Katz, Abe Katz, Rose Weiner, Samuel Levine, Morris Weiner, Ralph Sutton, Samuel Feinstein, Ruth Getz, Saul Ziesman, Ann Galanti, Elena Rogashevsky, Nat Reingold, Elaine Maller, Benjamin Paulin, and Hannah Naiman. Let it be that the memories of those who have gone before us be a source of strength for us and for everyone of the house of Israel. May the souls of our departed find peace in your sheltering care, and may we all be blessed with peace, tranquility, and the fullness of life. Those observing a yard site, page 58, you can rise and join me for Kaddish. Yitkadal, v'yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, be'alma tivrach chirutei, v'yamlech malchutei, v'chayechon, v'yamechon, v'chayed zechol Beit Yisrael, v'agala u'bizman kariv yimru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'olam u'lomei almaya, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, Shmei d'kudsha, brichu, la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, Namaran v'alma v'yimru, Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru, Amen. You may be seated. I'll invite Madam President for our announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm very excited to welcome everyone back. Rabbi told you pretty much of what was going on, so I won't repeat it. But we've been really busy. Our staff, all of our contractors, our decorating committee run by Susie Schwartz has been doing an awesome job. This summer, we're planning on being ready for the high holidays. So it's still a little work in progress, but we're back here. We just have to check the rest of the seats on either side, but we'll be done shortly. And we should be all on par. So bear with us a little bit, but we're all doing good. All right, I have a few quick announcements. High holidays are just around the corner. Be sure to make your AFC pledge so you have no trouble getting your high holiday tickets. Please contact Susanna in the office if you need any assistance. Honor the memory of your loved ones in the 2024 Book of Remembrance. An email was sent to the congregation earlier this week. If you have any questions, please contact Laura Helfand after Shabbat. The deadline for submissions is Monday, September 9th. All families are invited to our last parent meetup of the summer this Sunday, 9:30 to 11:30 at the St. Pete Pier Splash Pad and Playground. Meet new faces and see familiar ones where there's fun for all the kids. Details can be found on our website calendar. PRTT is starting. Midweek Hebrew begins this Tuesday or Wednesday with Manacha Ivrit, a fun camp-style introduction to Hebrew learning. Sunday school, including our successful preschool Sunday program for ages 2 to 4, begins Sunday, September 8 at 9:30. Students and families come and enjoy a breakfast nosh, welcome, and ruach. Students will go to class with teachers. Parents, please stay for the brief orientation with Rabbi and Maureen to hear ways to learn and get involved with our growing community. Registration is still open, and information can be found on the PRTT education page. You're enthusiastically invited to join for Sisterhood's Welcome Back Bash September 4th. You're in for an evening of shared fun and laughter. We guarantee lots of silliness, smiles, surprises as you get to know your sisters better. Contact Janice Levine or Pam Kravitz Monday, September 2nd to RSVP. Beginning Thursday, September 5th, after the morning minyan, we will be starting a new Talmud class covering brachot, blessings for the first triptych of the Talmud. The classes will be conducted in English with no prior experience with the Talmud or knowledge of Hebrew necessary. Resources will be provided in class. Questions and class participation are encouraged, and we look forward to seeing familiar and new faces. Almost done. Beginning Thursday, September 12th, you can become a mini Middle East expert in just 20 weeks as we study the roots of the conflict between Jews and Arabs over the modern state of Israel. This class meets in person and hybrid at Zoom at 7 p.m. Attendance is limited to 25, with preference given to in-person attendees. Through our new partnership with the acclaimed Melton School for Adult Studies and a generous grant they received, this course is discounted from $540 $5 to $50. Please see the CBI website for more information. Okay, and for those that have signed up for a dinner, I will have everyone please join us in the social hall. We have open seating, except we do have one table. Well, you're a big group, and so we have a square table, and it says reserved on it, all for you guys, yes. So, on that, I'll say Shabbat Shalom and give it back to the rabbi.
Thank you, Ina. So we'll turn now to page 62 in the Lev Shalem for Yigdal. And if you're in the Sim Shalom, it is on 53.
יגדל אלוהים חי וישתבח נמצא ואין מציאותו אחד אין יחיד וייחודו נעלם גם אין סוף לאחדותו אין לו דמות הגוף ואין הגוף לא נערוב אליו קדושתו גמול לכל דבר אשר נברא ראשון וראשית לראשיתו הינו אדון עולם וכל נוצר יורה גדולתו מלכותו שפע נבואתו נתנו אל אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו לא קם בישראל כמו שהוא נביא ומביט את אמונתו תורת ונתן לעמו אל היה נביאו נאמן ביתו לא יחליף האל ולא ימיר דתו לעולם לזולתו יודע שתרנו מביט לסוף דבר וקדמתו גומר לאיש חסד כמפעלו נותן לשרה כרישתו ישלח בגט שמים משיחנו לפתור כקט ששועתו מתים מחייל לרוב עשתו ברוך עדי עד שב תהילתו מתים מחייל לרוב עשתו ברוך עדי עד שם תהילתו. So Shabbat Shalom everyone. As you heard, those are joining us for dinner. We're going to go inside. Pour yourself a glass of wine, we'll make kiddush and motzi, and then have a joyful dinner. We'll also sing Shalom Aleichem and Esher Chayil, all the other things. And just one last announcement, when we get to the food part, the vegans have their own table. So the vegetarian food is at its own table. Don't go there unless you're actually a vegetarian or you ordered that entree. Shabbat Shalom.
matter, cancer. They don't know. They don't know. They only put a little sip in there. You can tell I didn't feel the fellow.
Oh.
I think it was Allison. I got
It's
you.
it's okay. You know, you put however much you put, and I'll drink however much I drink.
I get it. I just got a little chuckle out of it. So. That's real wine too. I don't know what they're doing. That's real wine.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay. I mean,
Yeah, you just took a sip of it.
it's not like I can't have wine, but I'm gonna take a sip anyway.
I understand, yeah, but no, that's real wine. I was gonna drink the good juice. No, I don't drink wine. That's real wine. They made the same mistake I did. I gave that to the kids once. That come in that little square bottle. Give you a whole cup of real wine. They want to see the decanter get messed up. You drink that there, you're gonna get messed up right there.
Oh wow. Oh yeah.